Oh, I think the improvements that we've seen are some that if you're on the outside looking in, maybe you're not seeing them, but from inside the program, I think there's a lot of positive things happening. Our training continues to get better and better as our kids have gotten used to working out in the weight room. We've seen kids continue to put on weight and get stronger each year, the ones that have been with us since day one. I think just the way we practice and approach different things in our training on the field and our schemes and our game plans and the way our kids are picking up stuff is continuing to improve each year. And really the thing we're pushing this year is for our kids to compete no matter what, be relentless on the field, be enthusiastic for their teammates and play discipline. I feel like that's getting better. And we've seen we had a big scrimmage on Saturday and our kids played hard. We had a lot of kids that were playing that way on the field. And so I'm excited the direction the program's going, and I hope that it leads to some more wins this year.
How gratifying is it for you and the rest of the coaches to see that process improving, even if sometimes the results aren't there on the field?
I think that's why you coach. You know, everybody that coaches is in it for the kids. We want to help them grow and become something they didn't think they could be. I think that's one of the special things about this senior class. We don't have a very big class, and a lot of them have been asked to do things they probably didn't want to do, move to new positions, become players that they didn't think they could become. And the growth and changes they've showed this summer have been pretty awesome. I think it's been kind of a milestone for our program that we had the small group of seniors that we asked to sacrifice their goals and their thoughts and go move to a new position, and they've, to a man, just been whatever we can do to help the team win. And I think when you've got a group like that that shows that they're going to take on whatever leadership role or whatever role the coaches ask, I think that just trickles down through all the underclassmen.
How many seniors do you guys have?
Right now we're at about 10 seniors, and I know we were 16 or 17 last year. A number of them, like I said, have moved to different positions, and they're doing a fantastic job leading this group.
Cool. So kind of touching on that, the seniors, a smaller group, and a lot of guys moved on last year. It's a young team this year, and what have these guys who are here now learned from the seniors from the past season?
I just think that the work that it takes, you know, transitioning from what was going on before I got here to now, and I think they've learned what it meant to be a great teammate. I think that was the hallmark of our senior class last year. We had a lot of amazing men in that group that were really good teammates. They were good teammates to people that moved in, and I think that's continued. We don't have many issues in practice at all. Our guys compete really hard with each other. They get after each other in practice, and then you can see them afterwards shaking hands and high-fiving each other and sharing that they know it's just competition. They know it's to get each other better, and no one's taking anything personal.
How important is it to get that culture right in the football program?
I think it's what makes the difference. I think your culture is what you lean on when times get tough, when you get behind, or it's the fourth quarter of the game and you need a stop or you need a first down. It's not about the plays, it's about the kids out there, and it's about the culture you put in place, and so it's really important to us.
What are some names that we should know, and any key returners on offense or defense?
Well, yeah, Braxton Tyndall's back. He took over for us last year at quarterback after we had some injuries. He's had a fantastic offseason. If you watched him from his first game last year to the last game we played, his growth was tremendous in season, and he had a great summer, great off season, and he just seems way more relaxed and in control of what we're doing. I think he's in store for a big year. I think on the defensive side, you know, Ben Gerbo's a guy that played a lot last year due to injury. He became a starter in the secondary, but he's also moved positions. He's down at the linebacker level, but he's in every play on defense. He's got a high motor, and he's extremely coachable. So I think he'll be making a big impact on our defense. And then we got some young guys. Joe Bars is our inside linebacker. He'll be a junior. He's incredibly active. He's a vocal leader. He's involved in every play. I mean, he's a sideline-to-sideline kid, plays with the relentless motor. And then another young guy, it's a sophomore, Keon Clay, made a name for himself last year on our special teams as a freshman, and he's backed it up this summer. He's another kid that just plays hard, and he's relentless, and he finds himself by the ball all the time.
What position does Keon play?
Keon, what's that?
Outside special teams, what position does Keon play?
Keon right now is playing safety for us. You know, I've talked about in the past, he's got the ability to line up at corner too. He's a versatile kid, and then on the offensive side, he plays some running back for us.
Cool. you kind of talked about the mentality a little bit. Do you have any kind of a motto or a specific philosophy you're trying to get into the guys this offseason?
Well, I think from the beginning, our thing's always been about being relentless, enthusiastic, and disciplined. You know, we always want to compete no matter the circumstance. We want to have enthusiasm for what we're doing and put the team first. And then being disciplined means you just control what you can control, and you don't let the outside factors that you have no control over impact how you play. And I think the thing we've tried to do this year to take that further is put no matter what attached to that. It doesn't matter how hot it is. It doesn't matter who our opponent is. It doesn't matter where we're playing. If it's Monday night, if it's Friday night, if you're a starter or backup, we want you to be relentless, enthusiastic, and disciplined no matter what.
You obviously have to be careful with heat because of mission. You just want to protect your guys. But do you feel that helps build a little bit of character, some grittiness if it's hot and uncomfortable?
Yeah, and yeah, we talk about that. You know, we adjust for heat and try to get to where we can get a full practice in. But you know, we come out here in the mornings in the summers, and there's some mornings where it was miserable. You know, and it tested our kids, and they've got to learn to push through it. And you know, we kind of take the mindset that if it's hard for us, it's hard for everybody else, you know, and whoever pushes through that and controls what they can control and continues to play hard is going to most likely come out and be ahead.
The situation at Central, it's really sad. You guys are, I think, scheduled to play them in the Jamboree this week, and then your first game in week 1. What are you guys going to do? Do you know?
Well, currently, right now, we do not have a week 1 game. Our Jamboree has been moved from Central to Hillcrest, so that will continue to go forward with the teams that are still involved there. And as far as a week 1, you know, we've reached out to some people that are also looking, but you know, at this point, we haven't heard anything back. But we want to get our kids an opportunity to play football.
How tough is it trying to find an opponent, not just in the coming season, but for that first week of the year at this point?
Yeah, you know, at this point, schedules have been in place for a while, but the good thing for us is we have found a couple schools that are looking, so we'll continue to try to get in contact with them and see what happens. You know, as much as we can, we want to play. You know, we want our kids to play and get that week 1 game, and we don't want to go into week 2 having that be our first game and our opponent's already had a game.